it translated to the grassroots of the party. Enti mamemfa political show, entertainment and political shows now commend
95.1. The only Entapo drive time in Ghana.
In Ghana.
Entertainment and politics.
Commend the Honorable Kislato Forsen. Yeah. The leadership inspire some of us and have vindicated some of us because Abra changes in the me Obekaya Abra.
Be defending.
I defended it.
Yeah, I remember.
And it will surprise you to know, say during the contest, I was a spokesperson for Fusuampofo.
Yeah.
But I felt, say, after the contest, we have one umbrella.
It's true.
And whether I supported Chairman Fusuampofo or not, we have a national chairman.
It's true.
Now, Honorable Fifi Kwete can say, everybody in the NDC is a tenant. The landlord is the NDC. OBB or NDC or a tenant.
Me too.
Yeah, that's it. Every finding me thinking in the NDC say, Obi a tenant. Or no Honorable Fifi Kwete cry a tenant. John Dramani Mahama a tenant. BOT a tenant, but the landlord the bigger umbrella.
95.1.
And it's our time of Sunia Moa Konya said, do it to the best of your capacity. And you see, I said on one platform, say, political leadership is like a drama troupe. Oko drama, obeye wo de o time so na oko eno. Now let me put this aside. What be say a very frontal question that what NDC do differently? The Obia Nama Bontia or can say look and see say from the year 2009 to 2017 January the NDC to had excess. There now within the shortest possible time Obia who say you turn a color TV a color black and white. I'll tell you one thing. A tribal bigotry and a man who ne pay NDC.
Oh, are you going there?
A tribal bigotry. Share oko San region be more. It make us say,
Only FM 95.1.
The share Obini and Nibina so MPP near to Obama.
Our region be.
Our region be more. Nifri Sunyana West. A toda Bimu Timikas are had here. Opam MPP attack their crab should be a better Obama Drino. Chama won't me say the same thing in Ashanti region. And you mean American.
Is it the same voter region? Almost to make us
voter region is not the same for Honorable Amewu. For Honorable Amewu to win for the first time in Hohoi should give everybody indication say voter is not the same as Ashanti, Eastern and part of Bono region. You can't Hohoi except Bantama. Hohoi is like Bantama of Ashanti region. It will be near impossibility to a miracle for NDC MP to win in Bantama. So for the very first time, say, MPP parliamentary candidate to win in Hohoi, I was say, people of voter region are developmentally oriented. Let me repeat on your show. You fa Hohoi to say Bantama in Ashanti region. Until for MPP parliamentary candidates
to win in
Hohoi, you have more voter region for Abaso. I'll say a comment there. Because voter region is the umbilical cord of the NDC. Political party be our baby mufunuma. Okay? Offer NDC at the umbilical cord of the NDC is the voter region. Same as the umbilical cord of the MPP is Ashanti and Eastern region and part of Bono region. And when you try party in Fruma, until I get Dankwa Buzia Dombo. So the Dankwa seem to come from the Eastern, the Buzia seem to come from Ashanti and Bono, and the Dombo from part of the North. 84 MPP MP bet me a winning ho I was so be our political watcher a shall say about Timu say votarians you can't take them for granted. And you see, instructively, from the year 2004, the voting margin of the NDC in voter, though NDC keeps winning, but at a falling rate. I repeat, though the NDC keeps winning voter and OT from the year 2000, but at a declining rate. The MPP doesn't seem to winning voter NOT, but at an increasing rate. And it's our fat data now one extrapolation. Ubehunu say for Honorable Peter Amewu to win in Hohoi, or say a country will say voter region for any shall see a dimpun to Jumechi. Now let me take you to the antecedent of the NDC. You see, in the year 1979 gave birth to the current NDC. Now, NDC also in a revolutionary socialism. say soja ni bi apie abe torpedo a civilian government and onya the momentum of the masses. And the very essence of revolution behind say the downtrodden are not happy with the regime. So let's change the regime. So Rawlings came in, came back 1981, and by the year 1983, na Ghana sitting na yedin. Enti Emma Ghana echo IMF, and at that time, yenya IMF program from the ERP Economic Recovery Program. I give you back to PAMSCAD. You can't PAMSCAD. Me mama me papa mo nyino mo fudwen no etiase, but e maburu na ye na yesi no PAMSCAD was a product of the ERP of Rawlings. And Program of Action to Mitigate Social Costs and Adjustment. At that time, no, yenya debt restructuring. But now, essential commodity huayeding. Now, man for the konkonte. Now, in fact, so called retail shop to buy common commodity, I just lie. Now, man for the born a sunlight. Kalabule era, thank you. Now, fast forward, no, Rawlings was able to transition this kind of economic bizarre situation to a modern one. Enti, on my electricity, come more areas, or ya kwine, or ye insuo. Then come the year 2000, there was change in government. And in fact, from the year 1979, 69, the Buzia regime, it took the MPP 30 years to taste political power again. Into calculated from the year 69 up to the year 2000.
95.1.
The MPP remained in opposition for 30 solid years.
It's true.
And some able tasted political power. Until now, NDC as a party, no, from nipa. And until now, Professor Late Mills, NDC yin so many party anymore. No. Among 4 days, NDC are now from mono eto abama Kufo came in. Yes, when Kufo came in,
Enya no na slogan mokwaya ni mokwaba.
Mokwaya ni mokwaba.
That's all.
Father goes and come. You know, so you realize in the year 2000 election, no, people felt that there was a lot of political monotony in the system. Yehu wenima bre Rawlings so hu afunu ye. Also kwa what's na kwa so be inside the naba. It look as if father goes son comes. Sana said yeah, yempi omona ni power from. So the MPP after 30 years in political exile won power not because of superior policy, but because of the 19-year rule of Rawlings. Fast forward, Kufo comes in, and Kufo then says, look, the private sector will be the engine of growth. And at that time, so far, the NDC political tradition is more of states and the private individual working side by side. So social democracy. And from the year 1981 to the year 2000, no, the political philosophy of the NDC was not clear. It took the year in the 2000s, and the NDC accepted formally, said, your philosophy is social democracy, which means egalitarian treatment of all manner of people, probity, accountability, and transparency. But underscoring this philosophy, and say, nipa nyina yepe, enti hiani ni sikaniba yepe. Taxi driver ne makola ni mo yepe. Professor ene obi a wanko school mu nyina mo ye nipa. So egalitarian treatment of people regardless of your sex, your gender, your creed, or wherever you come from. Enti the philosophy of the NDC is say, let's make the party a congress. Enti congress it say amanfranfo nyina be shia at any time no ya kan ho bom say ye petumi. Enti the sister party of the NDC is the ANC of South Africa. Enti for South Africa and also a congress, and the NDC too is a congress. But NDC congress, no, the philosophy in social democracy. And if FAPEM say social justice, there is equity, there is probity, there is transparency. And Kufuor's government brought something new to the table, say private sector should be the engine of growth. And Tiaman no ma testy rolling for 19 years, cause as a bema only oba that there be atna for so many years. Na wakwa koshi oba so no bi onhu no ho mfonso oni ntadem da ondan so ma onhu nanim da usi oba we dey we na ye. Until you tend to forget about the good deeds of your old wife and hurriedly jump into the new wife, thinking say the new wife will be the Messiah. Kufuor government comes in, of course, try to grow the economy in a way. But I realizes say the MPP is purely a capitally driven political party. The children say a Tekanafa party. What the baby a capitally driven party, a tree which I say Tekanafa.
Teka.
Nafa. That, yes. And until a bribe a capital is big dimaya individual become richer than the state. Bribe a social is big dimaya Obia want to me tono. I am not here to glorify, say, the NDC, we are angels. No. But Obiaka say, oh, there are two devils, there are two evils in politics. But Preka say, so presenting me two evils, I'll go for necessary evil. I repeat on the show, only to me for Kasane, people on the street, Kasa, almost you, politician, you know, mame bako, papa bako, they are evil. But I want to say on this show, say, so mommy two evils, I'll go for the necessary evil. In my candid view, devoid of all biases, the NDC is a necessary evil in politics. The NDC, compared to the MPP, is a necessary evil.
Necessary evil, you try and find break. No,
necessary evil.
On Sheda and yes, or ye chain what is on. Is
No.
that what you are trying to portray?
The thinking of the masses is there are two evils.
95.1.
If you are supposed to go by that thinking, there, I want to qualify and say we in the NDC we are necessary evils.
Okay.
The thinking of the masses and they say, oh, munyina ye pe. Okay, ye pe yate ase. But ye pa ye no. Ye 10,000 times an MPP. And at the end of this discourse, no, timamufo beti ase the entia. Say timamufo ne abonten so for say there are two evils so there. We are the necessary evil. Right? Dear NDC necessary evil. From Rawlings regime to this regime, who can say Mr. Minia Willie? Eka say, Eya kame say ya ton ye collective ya koto black and white. And as an economist, I love to groom my submission based on science and data. Where ye Global Info Analytics research reports. Global Info Analytics. Now, omu bisa say, what of the following person will you trust to better manage the crisis if elected?
Only FM.
In their research, I want to base my submission based on science and data. And ABA team na make Global Info Analytics is a superior body in Ghana about research and data. And omubisa Ghana for say Zoom is said now crisis are you facing in there, Yeah, to about Ubia. Who should we give the power to? Look, that akwabna phone 1%. It means so you need 100 be a muba open a trust say obet manage economy no. Can Japan 8%, meaning say so you need 100 be a emu 8 ne GD say on a bit manage economy no. His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia 14%. Honorable Lanchamantin 17%, any other person 19%. His Excellency former President Mahama 43%. So you realize at the end of the day, this is science and data not coming from the NDC.
95.1.
There is a science and data coming from an independent body. What I say in research. NDC in Sanchez and I say we NDC in Sanchez here. And you to my Ghana for say, minor ye woman no. Economy na say, economy na titi. And say ye the minor money paid this way ya. Why now would you yes obet my manage money? Out of every nipa 100 no. 1% say, okay, the man Dr. Kwabnado for he can better manage the economy. Yeah, the man Canada Japan 8%. Yeah, the man Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia 14%. Yeah, the man Honorable Lanchamantin 17%. Any other person 19%. And yeah, the man His Excellency former President Mahama 43%. So it tells you say, and yeah, propaganda ne friend DC ho. The other one cannot say, you tested the NDC from the year 2009 to 2017 January.
95.1.
And the Kunyano Swama MPP from 2017 to 2023. But now you can say, based on science and data and public record, say the MPP has failed. Now, and in discussion, should we give this power to the NDC? What would be the immediate policy alternative? And in fact, China, 80% of their media discussion is development. 5% for politics. Oko America, 65% is for development, only 15% for politics. So far Ghana yen constitution ya. Me do oko page 35, chapter 6, article 36. And it talks about heading a directive principle of state policy. Enti so per policy alternative wa. Baby a was Saudi kind call. Chapter 6 of Ghana Constitution. Chapter 6
95.1.
Am I a clear indication say so be a babe pegana konyadia. What are the policies that was a didi juma? One. Mamin fa wonko chapter 6 article 4 article 322 Constitution say economic objectives. The state shall take all necessary action to ensure that the national economy is managed in such a manner as to maximize the rate of economic development and to secure maximum welfare, freedom, and happiness of every person. Now, let me take you to Article 36, Clause 3. The state shall take appropriate measures to promote the development of agriculture and industry. And the political party BRJ power, per Article 36, Clause 3, the very particular pillar of the economy is agriculture and industry. And the simple question is, I was a bit say, should NDC be given the nod? What basically will be the alternative? And now you can say, the discussion shouldn't be the MPP has failed. Of course, obviously, to repeat that the MPP has failed is a tautology.
Oh, I didn't.
It's tautological to say that the MPP has failed.
Now, somewhere.
It's very tautological to say the MPP has failed.
Just take that it's obvious we know.
It's obvious. So we in the NDC should begin to present our alternative. Look, and so forth, we be no yaka.
Yeah, live on Facebook. Only 95.
So now you can say the argument and the focus of we in the NDC must not be the monumental failure of the MPP. In fact, Abrewa Kra Sebionsi classroom demuda does not need an economist researcher. Sanchez said MPP has failed. They are monumental failure, and almost a very cataclysmic. It is beyond comprehension. Otiasie almost fairly beyond understanding. And to failure, no continual repetition of the MPP as a failure is tautological. What we must then begin to do is say, free now, we then should begin to present our alternative. And that alternative should be realistic and pragmatic. So that Obi or no te bono ahafo, Central, Savannah, Upper West, Upper East, bet me whom say yes, some minor NDC here. These are the alternative. And you see, the failure of your opponent that translates to automatic victory.
I like that one too.
The failure.
The fact say, Yankan Yen, fact say MB.
I fail,
And
you automatic. No. The people must know the alternative out there.
They should know
the alternative. In my earlier preliminary comment, I can say the public says there are two evils. But in my view, now qualified it and say we are necessary evil. Say a necessary evil, they are what makes us a necessity. Then NDC necessity say they can't do away with us. So to be able to grant our necessity, we need to start presenting our policy alternative. And you see, now say former President Mahama ko Chatham House, UK. In my candid view, he set the foundation tone for the next NDC government. And this is about 33-page statement of command. So already page 28 of his speech. Permit me to quote on you. Or say, the first order of business of a new NDC administration is to restore macroeconomic stability and ensure fiscal prudence. Indication of the policy alternative for this NDC government to restore macroeconomic stability and ensure fiscal prudence while generating employment for many of our young people who are unsure of what the future holds. Though the current economic distress is largely self-inflicted, it is very clear that unless we have to insulate ourselves from these factors, whatever gain that are made going forward will unravel because of structural weakness. And from page 28 of former President Mahama Chatham's speech, one more indication of the policy direction of the next NDC government. Two key things: restoring macroeconomic stability and ensuring fiscal. based on these two.
95.1.
And here your policy alternative say, how do we restore macroeconomic stability? How do we achieve fiscal prudence? And Abrewana or take Medina, Matayeko, Ablekuma, Bono, on Tiasia, Yebemana Tiasia. Obviously, you're presumptive leader, former President Mahama. But I have said, look, it is a party that gives birth to President. President gives birth to a party. Me, I'm for JM to be the flag bearer. But I don't support any attempt to make him go unopposed. Surely. Because competition breeds quality.
That's right.
Competition, it breeds quality. She said, Mr. Mika, Oshe Krokituum. No defense was title school, my dream say, oh, you're champion. But I don't call private school, a man for international school, a man for compete here. One here, I know Aquari. Aquari been another food or customer competition. And then I crew asked, oh, you're champion. Oh, you're champion.
Only FM 95.1.
And in a grass, there no one, no fullness soon. And all bar will be a gunny. Or do stomach competition gate, no. Now the only gate, man, need a good truck or so.
Hey, and your mom baby contest here.
Who's the way in Tapo?
But yes,
and to be on see or tin quote almost in a full song on the king of stomach competition. No. Or drew gate no oko remo for competition. No. Na gate man, the good truck so. You know who said there be man pass man. And to the point I'm making is that I am for JM.
that's right.
Because presumptively, no, you're presenting that we have a lot to sell him on. But that notwithstanding, let's open the gates for all. Because every America say, na obi eba begina DB or de ban yenti bi da wendi sim. And your money kwama nu jina. At the end of the contest, we can borrow the idea and refine the NDC.
It's true.
So the argument JM kono post no, I am not for it, but I am for JM 24/7. But me JM na me supporting and they say I support him, but no unopposed 10. Let's allow for anybody. No, be find superior ideas in the policy, mra. Nipa na ba no lusu wi ani say okay, you call contest no. Dr. Kwabnado for by
95.1
by BOT by Prekese by. Do omo lusu but omo ma policy direction bia. You infuse into the format of the NDC, NDC ya kono. Now, for President Mahama say to move forward no, how do we achieve macroeconomic stability? And macroeconomic stability ne kra ne aboa ben. And any aboa bi say economy na ewo hon ewo two leg. You were the micro and the macro. Micro no gina homa individual firms and household. Enti ankrankra ye wo dem hai. Efie ano boaboa to say household efie any firms. Ankrakra nyuma no kambo mu a constitute the microeconomy. Now the aggregate of the microeconomy is the macroeconomy. Enti se wudi ye efie di ye enyumakro di ye the aggregate of omo ye di no translated to the macroeconomy. At the micro level, your cost of living, standard of living, or PPP, purchasing power parity, sika da o bottom, or income level, unemployment rate no. Sa oka sa niam ne bomo a, eno na ye micro. And it's a man for complaining say sika ni ye bottom a. They are talking about individual firms and household. Say nyuma ko ka say electricity boy de ntimi ntua, they are talking about the microeconomy. But at the moment how better so mo ka say and then niam boy ye ding. They are talking inflation ya ban said there. What is a businessman and woman ka say na ye ko bank kra na first na kwana fa so bobosia no and the bosia boy the interest cost ra. They are speaking to policy rate of the government amasika boy ding. So what is a man for ka say ye school ye ni nyuma unemployment rate a balloon e ya ban said there. So what is aboso kan so amefo keje tietachman for ka say first na nka me ko Togo me ko UK me ko America kuna me fa so to UK me to euro to safer to dollar no to euro ne pounds ne year no and then boy dia they are talking exchange rates. So can you man we na boma then they become what called the macro economy. Now anytime the micro doesn't succeed, the macro will never succeed. Senkitwana ntumi nyina the macro can't stand. And nuntina se uko UK Margaret Thatcher can say we have gotten the opportunity to test many forms of government. Democracy, though is expensive, is the best because Margaret Thatcher no or privatizing 90% of the UK economy. Because now the GDH no say ankran credit ye more. A man minus ye den edi ye.
So di and would you any tax?
But there's an excess to that level of ideological undertone.
Okay.
Because your friend be economic rent, supernormal profit. Oh, you can say a kamenebo. Say ankra ni bia rani adwuma.
FM 95.1.
Ni tirimpo na adwene say obenya mfaso. In fact, no businessman apart from NGO set up to make loss.
Obi up mfaso.
Yes, media general adwuma we almost shareholders per dividend. Management per bonus top up. Adwuma fonso per ketuantumu. Enti at every value chain, everybody wants to earn a profit. And a profit is given different name. To the shareholder is dividend. To management is a salary increment. So it comes in diverse form. And in my candid view, the NDC political philosophy, though people can have issues with it, it remains the best now in the country. How can we achieve macroeconomic stability and fiscal prudence? Let me give the alternative of the NDC now. Kwan ben ye bet me afaso. Ama ye macroeconomic indicators na look positive. So that the ono wa boso kan kokompe owo matai ko owo madina no so ye dwadeni na okokwan so a na so fa Ghana cedi na kwan ben obefa so de Ghana cedi na koto dollar ne bo nyeden. Number 2, the ono so ye more Bank of Ghana no indicators ben the Bema policy rate e ba bewo interest rate no beba fam ama cost of borrowing e hwan high no. And I have maintained and I remain so on this show say if you cannot grow what you eat, you can't eat what you grow. If you cannot grow what you eat, you can't eat what you grow. Let me take you to Mauritius. I'm starting a case study. Because every economy biano e woni nua. And to say, oh, person for a case study, you need to compare like terms. Mauritius population and soon turn that of Greater Accra. The landmark of Mauritius and soon turn that of Greater Accra. But the GDP of Mauritius sumo 3 times that of Ghana. Dear Nama Mauritius GDP akwa nimu. Dear Nama Mauritius population only that of Greater Accra. And so the financial hub of Africa.
There's only 5 million.
No. You can Google now and check.
Mauritius in 5
they are not even up to 6 million. You can check now. Of course, Singapore population is 7 million. But almost energy capacity, about 13,000 megawatts. Ghana population got 40 million. The energy capacity is 7,000.
Also, Ghana population.
I got 40 million.
Na normal car 30.
Oh, and they said in your book natural. Controlled. Yes, Edru maybe you do this thing to please the Bretton Woods institutions. Okay. But Ghana population pass or cast a kind of now you're in country, you got 40 million people. Wow. That is the truth. Because at time government there's something called controlled information. And nothing I call China. Quick at Rancham Bana Nipa Nipa 1,000 bet China be report to Nipa 20 penny. It's a state approach. State policy, no. You under declare and keep it to your chest.
Senior Emma investors,
so that it won't create anxiety, fear, and panic.
Basa will be
COVID by my Yapane China, but they closed their doors. They didn't report. Fellow Ghanaians now no panic report. They never did that. Some fellow Ghanaian report to Nipa 150. It was totally needless. What China did was that they control information that goes out. And when you
check it, say, Omedru, 40. Me check it.
It could even be more. They can control the information.
And also,
yes, it could be more. On the state, I feel say, on the Hiamani Pakasa. On Sikani Asemtona who hears it. And you hear and watch and be here, I can't say, Omu Yosebo Sani Bino.
Okay, was in real, see you, Martinez.
Yes. Look, Mammy Miss Awesome said, despite watching who knows between me and you, but watching will be a better. I'll come in a car, say, I would prefer to cry on a bicycle than to cry in a limousine. I'll prefer to cry in a limousine than to cry on a bicycle.
Okay.
I'll prefer to cry in a limousine than to cry on a bicycle. It's about wealth. It's about wealth accumulation. China have a problem, but will China come to Ghana to seek for help?
95.1.
No. China won't come to Ghana. And the China crowd, how we can't show Ghana pedeng. But we nam pesino hydro. We nam IMF pem. When you how you know ube bia o name no bia hu die tuamu. You have to open your books. So me mama why me pebble say, will you know the hell I'm going through? And China could be going through worse situation. But the now say uncle I'm for uncle Pemwent, you don't get to know their problem. And I can tell you, China could have more problem than Ghana. China, everyone more problem. But the Emma Obia who problem they say, Omo Nkobo Siabo. And any pebi awo your mind, who your crow, who your community organization now Nkobo Siabo, your secret remain with you. And your boss Siabo Nebema, I'm a Becca say open your books. Mami who total liability. Mami who presidential staffers. Mami who ministers. Mami who allowance. And it's a one Nkobo Siabo secret remain with. Now let me go back to fiscal, macro stability and fiscal prudence. Enti, DN NDC ben strong going forward there. Ebema indicators are now also ready in our green. And now you can say no. The business community ne pen say they want the next government. Ebema bosia bossa want to scrab bosana. Let a lot go into concessional borrowing. Me can show we so now no say bosia bonya de bonnet. E kanya de bonnet. Debt is not a bad thing. It is the posture of the debt that makes it bad or good. Bosia, we should not demonetize borrowing. And me as an economist and a member of the NDC, the next NDC government will still borrow. And me, I'm being consistent. I've said it over in every platform. I wouldn't be appointed because of power and to take a certain posture. Then you get power, then you cannot maintain that consistency. 95.1. Look, the only difference I bet say, the fiscal space at the bubble after 2025 will be constricted. A more. But we will still borrow beneath externally or domestically. Because our fiscal consolidation in the financial economy. And you might be in the womb. Either you raise more revenue or you cut expenditure. And konya voodooism be any. Look, amam one year voodooism. To say another Dr. Baumia Kana and a year to no Bank of Ghana. Sikanu Chrome how we are sitting on the money. Sky so an better than the sky am conform. The truth of the matter and say, oh, Petumia, be a little bit realistic and pragmatic. Look, mimi yandisi ni Ghana frontier minister ye ba ye be bobosia. But my main report to be a finance minister yo Tiso Yankasa ne Otta in the year 2016. Annual debt management report for the year 2016.
95.1.
Submitted to Parliament by Ken Oforiatta, Minister for Finance. Where your documenter Ken Oforiatta Nkasa or Tisu nyame bioti na metro yo. Abroad Gia Kunyano, I appoint the minister, not the call Parliament of Ghana. And it instructively is already all about 119 pages now. On one casa concede say, Mahama ne atamos are buying a tremuno. Majority of their borrowing was concessional. I mean, from retreat. You can't concessional, your bossa bar who do me, you know. Concessional, non-concessional. Concessional borrowing, say, what the Bossia Bono yadi a bit make Tiana Hokadachi. Provide a some minor crime memoir or Bossan bet Metrian Hoka. And I gave you an example last week, say, so when you form you no munina could German so called Bobossian. Now, Bako didn't dear Shannon Mana Baku Bella Baku Bay, daughter bank manager. In 10 years' time, the Anamaya lawyer and a bank manager can pay the loan.
95.1.
But the ordinary background, Madame say, Bequa ye, better tontoma, Bebuako Shibrano. In 10 years, you can't pay the loan back. Let's go to governance. Mahama Bobossian, I agree. But the Bossan is terminal 3 Ghana. Until from the year 2016-17 by 2023, no, the number of planes are far to cut terminal 3. Ebe just a low neka. Until the Bossan Bomono, I'm a state asset called terminal 3. Until be a offer plane free Europe, Asia, part of Africa, Bagana, no, Ulande terminal 3, a Yamahaman Sanwa, a concessional borrowing. Mamma for Uncle Commander Sugar Factory. Since 1957, Kwame Nkrumah 64, we see Commander Sugar Factory. It has been there as a white elephant. Mahama said, let's recalibrate it. Let's see how we can put up this factory so that almost $2 billion worth of sugar you import to Ghana, we can have it by 50%.
95.1.
And to Akwaje Bosia, or the Commander Sugar Factory. So Obana will to us now commercialize the Commander Sugar Factory. It will cut down sugar import by 50%. And it's how we import $2 billion worth of sugar every year. Now we Commander Sugar Factory. Now no quite me ma $1 billion reduction. It means so $1 billion no e ka krom ha. Mam fa free fertilizer.
But it's not working currently.
Wait, I'm explaining the
The concessional.
The concessional, the borrowing mentality
I get it.
of the NDC of how we ensure macroeconomic stability and fiscal prudence compared to the MPP.
NDC musika bia bosia bia maji bia na eye adwuma.
Yes, and I'm giving you an example. I know they lie. Monkey way.
MPP.
Yes, I'll come to it. I'll be balanced.
Okay.
I'll show you monkey way. You know the chop banana, then you go see. I don't even know.
95.1.
Every monkey they chop banana. Now the point is that now let me go to the cocoa sector. The former NDC government did two things in cocoa sector: free fertilizer, cocoa road. Free fertilizer and cocoa. These were two major interventions.
Yeah,
free fertilizer. Because see, me papa is cocoa cratchy, and I'm proud of him. Okache mse kwaku. MPP are buying way in cocoa for. Under Mahama no. Under Mahama now man for beje carry forward. They have a term. Ni cocoa ne mai. But bet my beje bear 20 bucks sika. Because obit me carry cocoa 50 bucks. Now wa beje carry forward 20 bucks. Or say me cocoa ne bar. Me the 50 bucks and bro na for 20 bucks sika. But I say now you can say carry forward them because the more na carry forward but and ma PC for no nyeska. Because so better cocoa bar be 640 Ghana. Obet me 600 Ghana. No. I keep 14 as on the commission for giving you the advance loan.
Okay.
Or say I buy way buy they don't come for because cocoa no ema ye adentia onya fertilizer na akwan. And you see, there's a proposition of Mahama which is very instructive to me. And let me take you to.
Say yes, time na mo free fertilizer no na na man for smuggle cocoa d'Ivoire na.
Don't worry. I'll
and
take
MPP buy no monsieur.
Let me take you to page 88.
Free bianye.
Good. Not in all cases. One say obia ba eco school at the basic level. Also the international school. Or SS or some the government secondary school. I didn't hear. Think about it. Wesley. Wegehe preset enya aban dia adentina obia ba wo JHS elementary or the international private school but obani wie dia na okọ SS also onko aban dia
self apemni here
so the arguments are aban dia bia anya no correct. I'm proving it on the show look me kwa aflewa na me call STC to do yada. I'll go for STC bar than other private transport quality. Is it a na ye tune ya dwen? Ena ye suban bi na ama aban niema nye. So far British Airways, now for other airlines in UK. How many people will not choose British Airways over other airlines in UK? For Virgin, British Airways to her. And I can tell you, so far 100 British nationals, they will prefer to go with British Airways than Virgin Atlantis. Why?
Saying insurance.
The state has prioritized it. Now let me take you to page 87 of the People's Manifesto, the big push. Now we'll come back. Mahama say, we don't eat rubber road determine what you eat.
95.1.
About tables. Upon show you now, Kofi Aunidi. From farm gate to the table, what brings the food there? It is a road. Inti abayin biya now investing in road, no. You are investing in the people's well-being. So why kwan ya on time to spare pass? Why kwan cry ya on time to more fuel? Kwan born in more fuel santem. So you can see, sir, in the agricultural sector, I've given two audacious policies of the past NDC government. You're increasing more. Let me take you to the same Chatham House above my President Mahama call Honan Sayano. Page 20. Good. Page 31 of his speech. I say, I've had the call to also state elsewhere, and I will repeat that the time has come for an African version of a Marshall Plan.
95.1.
I note and applaud the Global Gateway Program of the EU that seeks to mobilize 300 billion euro over the next 7 years for infrastructure in Africa and the rest of the developing world. According to the Marshall Plan, what is the Marshall Plan? European Union and any Africans, I dream you say, for the next 7 years, let's get a Marshall Plan, mobilize 300 billion euro. Now, yen chema African developing world. It's so fast one saying. Because someone who say ya kwan ye, yen suo ye, yen Kenya ya, ebe ma standard of living na improve. And Mahama say, okay, if the EU no nye Africans, no, a dream of Marshall Plan, the NDC will have a big push. As this current MPP government say, what is their policy on infrastructure? So I'm giving alternative. So yes, the EU coming out Marshall Plan, the NDC has a big push. And in fact, even before a big push, where and Mahama Otu Enia, Fido Kachi, you see. Okay? You see interchanges, you see road, you see hospital, and you see what kind of speech where you are what title no. Africa's strategic priorities and global role. For me, say me, because I'm in investment, I'll go the Pareto principle. You know,
95.1.
The fewer the merrier. In economics, no, say mama kuma could do. No munyina ya kwa for sebi omo ya sansa for. Na obi nso wo mienu pe. Na mienu ni ye ya. Will you prefer to give birth to 10 children who be wayward or only 2 kids who succeed?
Only 2.
Good. So we then this will go the Pareto. And what is the Pareto? Fewer the merrier. Enti waba wasisa nyema boboso one district, one factory, one village, one dam, free SHS, ko bana brabeji, community, everything. You bust them together. But I keep telling people, say, look, so when you pay now you know plan for doors, your revenue must increase. But when you are a man, your revenue base has not increased, and your expenditure keeps increasing, you are creating artificial deficit for yourself. And it's a way you are buying. Revenue and cost improve and consistently cost to increase your expenditure base. What you are doing is you are bringing on total hardship to the people. Look, and your madodo abe woman here wa brabomo. It's about how abe shewoma. And it's a way obey man now de also outwin obey man now nam. Udu mata eko pil, Madina pil, Adenta pil, Ablekuma pil, Pokuase pil. Now we go on one shenkolano, no more be vagabond, any deviant. Now obi wo mienu pe. Na sam you know aku be lawyer and banker. What is the economic benefit of you giving birth to 10 children? So we in that this says, look, you have free SHS, we agree. One district, one factory, we agree. One village, one dam, we agree. But a time has come for you to review those policies to reflect the economic realities. Look, Praka said, Marco Cicero or Kansembi. Or say, and it is one of my best quotations in life, said, always you advance your own level of argument. But when you meet a more superior one, drop yours. So nama, but when you meet other people whose ideas are flourishing as yours, let common sense guide you. Share a name discussion. What in bill be by growth and sustainability bill to 2022? I bind the two B but two no day ban. And that is signed by the finance minister dated 14 December 2022. The very essence of the tournament say individual companies that did this way. Oh, yeah, was shadow. Me too mrana matresi you. Non-bank financial institution, insurance company, telecommunication, blah blah blah, mining companies, upstream and oil and gas, all other entities not falling A and B. Say we a company of this nature. I bind the another 12 but because almost COVID 12 and so I bind. And it is taking effect soon.
No, but say still I got to the our receipt no so COVID levy that's also.
And no more just a COVID tax no G and so no
into your son beji.
Or beji growth and sustainability levy. I bind another 2 about
levy no
levy and only this is it signed by growth and sustainability levy bill 2022.
Which growth baby.
So we are growing. And this is signed by who? Ken Ofrota, Minister responsible for Finance, dated 14 December 2022.
It's your presenting bill no.
Oh, I bet it to go through. I'm here to see if there will be, because I heard the TNA, you need a simple majority to pass it. And I'm even not afraid say they might even pass it by now. So can say bill we it's just roughly around 7 page document. It will cripple production. Because on him. So catch them to the index do on my list to Ohio. Okay, non-bank financial institutions, insurance company, telecommunication, breweries, inspection and evaluation companies, company providing mining support services, bulk oil distributors, oil marketing companies, communication tower operators, company providing upstream petroleum services, companies and institutions registered by Security and Exchange Commission, special deposit taking institutions, electronic money issuers, shipping lines, maritime
money issues.
Yes, electronic money issuers. There are people who say, "Oh, now open so track electronically. I'm not regulating now." Thank you. Yes, shipping lines, maritime and airport terminals, mining companies and upstream oil and gas companies. All other entities not falling within category A and B. Until you can see clearly, say, I buy now or no ban, or catch will say, I will move the economy from taxation to production. No?
That's right.
They are moving the economy from taxation to pro-mass-taxation. A pro-mass-taxation. Are they way back cripple production? You know why? So me company. Now I'm coming to pay tax before profit. And I'll pay tax after profit. Yeah. I'll take my company to every coast of Togo. Simple. You don't get a bite. Let me read the import of the levy to you.
This same government.
The levy is imposed on profit before tax of the companies and institutions and on production in the case of mining, upstream oil and gas, especially in the first column of the schedule. And the attorney said, corporate taxes are paid on profit after on profit. And all culture will say, tax will not there.
95.1.
The government will be declare profit and ubetia. Now what's on corporate tax? So double taxation. Every corporate tax is between 15 to 25%. A constant ubetia. What yes our tax now was a profit before tax. You see the kind of government we have. Oh yes, sir. What you do is say you crowd out the economy of companies.
MPP in best about power be man.
They can tell. Intina make sure say. Intina
on power forever. Maybe I mean who question is.
Well, I think that in my candid view, they've taken people for granted. Now let me move quick on my last submission.
Oh, yeah, man, miss a question back.
On this good. What we say?
Now we can concessional loans.
Concessional.
Say NDC for loans, no.
Yes.
Enina discover. ND MPP, no.
Now let me reference a letter authored by Honorable Dr. Kisla
95.1
and listen to hear clearly. When the best show say this kind of government we have is a monumental failure, or say we are burdened with unsustainable debts. And look, currently standing at over 600 billion Ghana, representing about 103 of our GDP, there is the highest level of indebtedness in the Fourth Republic. And the Fourth Republic, you know, Abanyo Sisi, you know, 600 billion new Ghana city. And so, aggregate the level of the debt to our GDP at 103%. But Omoko IMF for almost 93.5%. So they are not doing full disclosure.
And say, Papa, we have a Bank of Ghana. So no,
now let me take you to why you've asked a question that why do I think that the NDC does, the NDC does concessional, and the MPP does majority non-concessional. Let me tell you. So we are buying. It is most shocking that the Akufo-Addo government continued to engage in profligate spending. Between January and September of 2022, 9 months, the presidency saddled Ghana with the following. 1. The President Operational Enhancement Expenditure, 59.4 million Ghana cedi. President Operational Enhancement Expenditure. I know you're Brofobeng. Two, President Operational Enhancement Expenditure. Just I was a banner bra boni tumpon. It is no shoe back one. I was also shoe me, you know. So no chatter fly back or chatter me, you know. Number 2, the fuel bills paid at the presidency within 9-month period and the review called the suffering Ghanaian 51.1 million. Into fuel and the presidency, you know, 51.1 million. The president regional tour. Abandoned regional tour for 9 months, 15 million. Tires and batteries for official vehicle costs at the presidency, 50 million Ghana cedi.
No, yeah, come on.
What
Car battery, ne tires, so much.
And we know, Sanyama way, and so Kariska koto car battery, na enhancement, a non-concessional. Because
and fanfas
will be ama. But you
are said the president, so the car tire and changina or Kwana, yes, president car tire, copaya, no swear, Neddy Asamba, no swear. Yes, he changing.
Prekese, let me tell you before God, the man. Me show so we Christoni. Yen shenyi minimum canocre. Senka Ghana, excellency, Akufo-Addo private company. And what you see in the board of directors, no, we see you are. Will he prefer, say, within 9 months, yen spend the company in the Sikasi? And on the fiscal prudence policy of the NDC.
95.1.
Your one company.
I own one company now. Or TF1 judge you. Young fan say, a Ghana Company Limited. Sa company no, the owner is Excellency Kufuado. What in the board of directors? Would the board of directors approve, say within 9 months, and you vote to a deal with Mama Penny?
15 billion.
No, they won't do that.
15 billion
Yes.
change car tie.
No.
And the car
150 billion OCDs.
150 billion
OCDs. Me beside TFO. Young fan of Saudi Ghana. Last cabinet retreat cost 4.8 million. 48 billion OCDs. And me say, Senka Ghana ye womu ino. Eye Ghana Company Limited, yes, Excellency Kufuado dia. And now nene yere, eye board of directors. Dr. Baumia, deputy CEO. Would they accept to say within 9 months, yen spend this way? Where fiscal imprudence?
Oh, say be a president car tie.
It's not justified.
And to say, oh, car tie. What do you say?
Wait.
And a president car battery, so will you soon. And no car battery.
Okay.
What do you say?
Yeah, you know, you could be a mindset. Whether China, whether Asia, Europe, Africa, we all know. But you see, your policy alternative, no, you know, restoring macro stability and ensuring fiscal prudence. Where your fiscal imprudence, you are spending money anyhow. Look, Mamin jump to another one. Some of these bizarre portfolios. See, some of the portfolio Youth Ambassador for Diaspora Affairs, Policy Associate, Chief Executive of Public Sector Reform, Overseer of the National Cathedral, Church Relationship Manager, Diaspora Mobilization Officer, where you would they call him?
Maybe post way in
our presidency. Yes.
Overseer of the
one.
Compound overseer.
One. Who they some needless portfolio of the presidency. The Youth Ambassador for Diaspora Affairs.
Youth Ambassador.
Diaspora Affairs.
Yes,
Policy Associate.
Okay.
Thank you. Chief CEO of Public Sector Reforms. Overseer of the National Cathedral.
Hey, to be see why.
I overseer.
No
National Cathedral. Church Relations Manager. Diaspora Church Mobilization Officer. Policy and Coordinator Analyst. Focal Person La Francophonie. Technical Director La Francophonie. Coordinator Special Development Initiative Secretariat. Director of Special Project. This is just unconscionable.
Okay, focal person La Francophonie. On the minimum.
Unimno.
Oh no.
Okay.
The German says will be our war ban on Becca French year on the meeting.
Foreign Affairs Ministry said
FM
you have
95.1.
Ministry for what? Foreign Affairs. And what is the role of Foreign Affairs Ministry?
No be anti-French war.
You have to ask them. And only actually say where your fiscal imprudence. And to end this year bar, we will cut down on these things.
And say, sir, offices
are totally useless.
Useless.
Are useless?
You two moka kasia or moka tire, you changing the
batteries. So you will be a wood and what they mean, your mammy.
Hey,
Director of Special Projects, Manager of Operation and Programs, Technical Communication Assistant, Technical Advisor, Zone Development Authority, Technical Advisor, Special Development Initiative. How PM you know, Technical Advisor, Political Affairs, Presidential Staff at NAPCO, Office Management Executive Associate, Technical Director to Presidential Advisor on the Media, Data Manager. Look at all these things. And to weigh non-concessionable for what? And it's all Coco Bobo saying. Now at the end of the day, we are buying now they created these superfluous kind of portfolios. You are wasting the national coffers.
Momo power man created.
It was less than this.
Post.
No. These things were not there. These things were not there. And I'm challenging anybody. Produce the contrary. Produce the contrary. Opa kofa MPP, economists or more better now because we produce any data chess and this were buying now these portfolios were there. These were created just because of job for the boys. But you see, in every economic space, and you do garbage in, garbage out. So what you tell me on a bonny mo you know we are to bodo no anajo. So you are buying. Now created all these things. No matter what you do, you get the result that you deserve. Share and now you can say, and there is something. economy na da ho na enye nkonya o. A garbage in, garbage out. And you see, the size of the labor must have a corresponding impact on the productivity. And so over 100 ministers, no more do work on debt exchange. Oh, over 200 CEOs, no more do work on debt exchanger. Let's cut them down.
Engine mo press release ya modia kwama minority leaders in parliament say ma omu approve ba kokra.
Are you happy as a Ghanaian?
Yes. Nana Akufo-Addo appoint mo approve ba kokra.
No.
Intina say tran omo ko trans na vet you what's the essence?
You vet them to keep records.
Say no see the taxpayers
no,
because what you want to move vetting no. It goes against the taxpayers, so there should not even be vetting.
No,
because my margin say BOT betra anymore. And yeah, my man, I'll give him the nod to. So why?
You see, there are standard procedure you need to follow. Elicit information from the person. When you friends say we don't approve you, what me apply for job, me boy. Admani nim say yem fa by a interview. They know in their hearts that will not engage you. But a Jumani bet me a interview to keep a certain record for the future. Be and then the foul. But Ochina be a die one another vacancy a better ho.
Near foul.
And to the end then is to keep future record in the hands at. What the Honorable Katie Amonaba, he could have a certain skeleton in his cupboard. Let's vet him today to keep that record. Okay. And we in the NDC, we are vetting them, but we won't approve them. The last of our policy alternative here, your manifesto page 35. It's called Ghana First. Inti NDC Nibia EBTM. The bigger policy alternative is Ghana First. And it goes to boost the real sector of the economy. We will implement a Ghana framework for industrialization and transformation called Ghana First. In the Ghana First, we have 17 sectors to look at. Until the next NDC government, your bigger economic policy will be called Ghana First. Ghana First, Ghana Framework for Industrial Revitalization, Support and Transformation. And it will cater for 17 sectors of the economy.
So the first is an acronym.
Acronym, yes. Ghana First an acronym.
Industrial then?
Ghana Framework for Industrial Revitalization, Support and Transformation. Called Ghana First. Into the next NDC policy alternative to revive the economy. Two big policies, Ghana First and the Big Push.
Wow.
In my view, these two policies alone can turn the fortunes of Ghana around. These two policies, we don't even need mad policies. These two policies alone can turn the economy around. So our policy alternative compared to DS is Ghana First and the Big Push. So the Ghana First stands for Ghana Framework for Industrial Revitalization, Support and call it Ghana First. Enti ahano 17 sectors and a policy no ebeheso. Enti ena me bayi matoa na nsesem bebre. Basa wo yan dis ni na wonam. Na yanom ka kire wo se mudeda amu ye ye de akonwa no kra mamwa. Die na mo betimi aya. We have two major key policies to change the fortunes of this country. The Big Push and Ghana First policy. And in my view, there is no any other policy of the MPP, pound for pound, boot for boot, a bit match these two policies. And if they have one day, bring some of their fine economy brain to this show. Bring me alongside.
So I think Alan is proposing some GTP, the Great Transformational Plan.
The debate
I say, and also any bad sir. Alan, do you know what?
Okay. The debate kokobo informer. Unya no.
They did buy any cocoa.
Omo ya krobo former.
Omo nyina ya krobo.
Omo ya krobo former. And what now buy na failure?
Abebu dia no.
The deba kokoba ya krobo former. You can't insulate yourself from this misgovernance. You can't tell me, so having been a cabinet minister for almost 7 years, been part of a grounded government, West ever under the Fourth Republic, who you have now who I don't want farmer anado. So who GTP ya ntuma ya pamsha. Farmer anado mpamonche.
Na say obia won the plan.
There beat you. Also the GTP, but I am to my
free SHS need the one district one factory.
Was it not part of the cabinet?
It is no person or no see a president. That is all the day.
Do you know what can let we there is take Alan serious? So Wankawanji any appointment was not part of cabinet. And Ankamana send Anko Kasana. And Rebecca say, oh, Papa Oka said the Nassau, but Obia we are part of it for 7 years.
So Kotna baby so MVP for Nasbeka and Obia we Japat no have
I think the deba Kokoba Club former and tuning another na carbon diaco IMF debt exchange program. In exchange rate worse, inflation worse, unemployment worse, policy rate worse. Won't mean now home I can't just order GTP to me by Tosanto.
Oh, when you tomorrow. Me see the great transformational plan.
Me say GTP, nya DTP.
Yenimne free tite.
Enya GTP. GTP nyantuma. Entuma wo ton yese yen tontuma e beto no e nema mienu. The big push and Ghana first from the NDC. Finito simplicity.
Now the big push here, mo can one semen who ska chichiri de.
Yeah.
Mo benya wen.
Okay.
Sisia Ghana sika ye bosia dosing. Mo ba mo benya say ska we.
Okay. On said ya we koto da kaso bere kra anye na chinye. In time past. Terminal 3 was built without much noise. Commander Sugar Factory was built. Yet me can show we to say though the fiscal space is narrowed. Fiscal space now first nan can it me bubble stand the input to Jumano. It will not be there like it used to be. Until NDC member BR should have a measured expectation. That one, let me make it clear. Kwani a fast raise sikadi input to demand that the proud Mahama government, it will not be as flamboyant as it will be after 2025. But that notwithstanding, Jeffrey will be utmost good fit. So ukra kuma pay input to Juma, people come on board to support. Aban we no acquire say we try trona ma their deficiency now. Into a kind of crack said no crackan poise. Until obi akra who aban and who nya kono. The next NDC government will have goodwill from the people. And when the goodwill come back, we'll go the financial engineering way. You can do build, operate, and transfer. Don't forget, say, you can take a loan to embark on infrastructure. Similarly, you can do build, operate, and transfer. Into, for example, PCAC Terminal 4. Abandoning this, okay. Obi a strategic investor, bring your money, build it. When you pray for, let's say, 15, transfer it back to the state. And yes, we might not have the fiscal space to borrow, but we can do a bigger financial engineering. Say we can let investors build, operate, transfer to the state. This can be done because we have done it before.
Your phone lines, your calls, be numbi. Your numbers are 0550-582-982, 0550-582-982. Na and Sembi Eka. Ewania BOT akan waka. Hello.
Good evening, brother.
Yes, sir. Evening.
Nana name
Yeah, me and you.
Fantastic submission. We got any friend?
A friend Bernard Oduro Takyi, but BOT for short. BOT.
Fantastic submission. What's it? Agrono eno ano no.
Only FM 95.1.
Ye bibia minye NDC ni but me tenacity tie na me analysis nyem na ekoso na alternative na ni Ghana for money so ye befa ye da na se.
Yeah, that's it. Onua 95.1 so and wuti no. Bernard Oduro Takyi but ye can BOT and Nkrofo di nim no. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir. We didn't buy Biaka Sefi.
I did the my first safely one.
Yeah, me into you.
Yeah. Mr. Oduro Nyamisha. Dr. Professor.
Yeah, me wa.
I catch that Ukopum from Bombaria to Pum. There is another terminal there. How mu you Gapua? And so Abubado so when this car only be Thomas since Akowa Kwakoye. And what 95.1. Any number be brave one man when Jan no man go when one fat no man o ma ya ko say wo yusu na sikakra ma yanya sikensi one mom na be boa yan kra ne sa ne man na etinu papa ne de oyeka yakwa ko fa aka ne din di aka etine da ase
yes so yeah that's it papa hello yes sir we didn't maybe aka say free
me pa cho ya frame kwame a branch no no ye vanda na ye vanda na ye se wo she ne se unye vanda emedi ye chiu wenim be kwasiu ye vanda na ye Who said the Vanda no kasa ho no. BOT.
Only FM 95.1.
Me frey okasa mu hwam wano ate if he said Father Bakus attitude. Come off there, Udia and Nadia Sem. Nyankopon Israel, no one so amount the strength to stand for the truth. The truth will always stand. Thank you.
The truth will always stand, Ampa. Hello? Oh, Kafra. Yeah, Vandal. Hello?
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, afternoon.
We're from Chairman Ike, Secondly.
Chairman Ike, you too. SL Casafree.
Secondly,
Hey, secondly, for here.
I'm not on the other way.
You, Chairman Ike, you too.
In fact, BOT, Mr. Bernard,
Only FM
Oduro
95.1.
Takyi, mentioned Kadao. But I am highly elated, I'm highly impressed about his submissions. In fact, the end there, or economics, the economics, but the way you are offended, what dissect the offended, the questions I demand, I would go straight to the point. No, or so why you are different, but Umbra, the other platforms, you know, what the day I don't know, at some point, I don't know, I Umbra, because I want to, Yamu, what if for us, no, yeah, so I Umbra, yes, friend.
Yo, yate. Hey, be normal friend. Every day so in the way to answer. But Papa, we brains, no. Me first day I meet you Captain Smart shows and I'm say, Papa, we. Me fixing the baby. Time be open for baby. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, evening.
Plave Labisco. Kasevu Kaswa Kakrabana.
Yeah, na biscuit. You free radio no kakrama means you.
Okay. Papa onene kasa no wakasa pa nyamishira. Memo akasa ni se ne blof no o ma ne bra na kakasa ne be ya ye blo wafo no so mbeti ase na o hu ni a o pa kire. That's pa nyamishira.
Yeah, that's it. As will be our free bia da papa ya sentino. Ye baby sanse na se no fa ne sen. Yemfa last one na yen wrap up. Hello.
Hello, brother sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, evening.
Yeah. Oh, the papa chase the moon in Asiano. Wow, oh, follow politics to pra. The papa na chase the fitting chasia, abesi end is Ziano. Obe mu say baby at the mupe say MPP or saying tunu nonko. Aname boy. Was saying tunu. Because one year politician cry because me follow politics over me politics me follow politics pa be me fa me hu shim but the way papa no say che mu fiti begin na madao me che ni na say na me sorry me see baby cause so I was saying 2 MPP no mpe baby fa Manuesi
yo Don Richie my main kind messages no kakra ewo ho na me hwe Ernest Dako. Okay, Agumbi Ade Sheriff on the okay, good evening. Dagby Kingsford, I'm watching you live from Obuasi. Williams Yaoga, I love this man. NDC has the youth. William Sunday entry. I say the talking in Africa is too much. I'm not done. The talking in Africa is too much. Okay, watch you live from Kaswa, keep the fireman. Yeah, that's it. All right.
Only FM 95.1.
Okay. Oh, there, yeah. And BOT, ni ankrofo canon feedbacks, sounded positive. I think present Oba, it's more or less like a lecture to some of us and to the listener out there.
Correct some impression.
Impression.
Platform we your platform ketwa. And nobody should make the mistake to say me person may compare apple to oranges because say what me tuning into her at the neglect of other stations. If you tell you the content is here. Intima will be anka say me nko other platform na any. Because
they think when you go there, no, and we are bigger, bigger, now say we are big.
I have my content. And Onia say, look, ye who be womu. But na hana yen share. And he say, will be at the other platform na, or no feel say honest. So I have to check
95.1.
Let me make it clear.
Because the feedbacks you get.
The feedback I get is clear and it's obvious. And to me, no, I have to check a sempano board, Because can't you think about it? Aha, ye buy, you know. MPP for quarantine friend. But then Kahon and be a phone line. Are you divided? Let me be very honest with you. And me promise them. Let's build a show people will be proud. Look, Sameba show is so I am not in to be stereotyped to anybody. I don't come here to project an individual. I come here to project the NDC and the brains I have. Because when I die, I'll be buried as BOT, but not any other time. Kwame Nkrumah upon all CPP name you see so a CPP founder, you see as Nkrumah. And to the point I'm making that I love the platform and I love the show. And Nyame Aduma, every Monday between 4 to 5:30, I will be here. I was see it me build aha. Nani pansu who said be enya frefre kobo ne. And when you want the content on the economy, every Monday teen in boha. So person who tie data, you can go to another platform. So I value the platform, I respect the platform, and me assure will say every Monday between 4 to 5:30, se nyame ma yen kwankwa dia. Ye bebaha. Ye baha nso ased ye nimde ne tie no, and feedback is a gift. You see, you come food, you are from you come for teto. Nti say the feedback, then we are going to improve to the point a better than obi a boy we between 4 to 5:30 Monday morning, Monday afternoon. They would prefer to listen here than on any other platform. Me free her corner so me kai NDC man nyina say ye wadio ye. And se nipa bia wan ton ade a wo a wunya tofo. And a wan fe wo sena so yare ye funya de ma paracetamol adro. Nti we in the NDC must be engendered enough say about policy alternative. We have superior ones compared to that of the MPP. Se Ghana for betimi atiase e fi na ekono. We should stop focusing on the failure of the MPP and begin to drum home our policy alternative. And say them kind, a continual repetition of the failure of the MPP is tautological. But yen can't yen so ye buy a bet to me a ye. Yen magana for near TFO who say, some of the 2 million maya and ye maya de bano, are far superior to what the MPP has done.
Yeah, that's a Bernard Oduro Takyi and Woten and Canon. And I said, no, Esino. And she, Yabeda was say, page me, I be follow, and I say,
oh, me, Facebook, Oduro Takyi BOT, that's my Facebook page. But Ahana, the knowledge will be shared.
The knowledge will be shared. I love that. Yamin Shah for coming. Okay. All right, Tinti, 20 more minutes.